Hello internet friends, my name is Bay, and welcome to my Alan Wake 2 playthrough, which was the third part of the Remedy Games trilogy. We played leading up until Thankmas 2024, which is why you'll see the top donation bar. It'll only be there sometimes during the episodes, it'll bounce in and bounce out. Thank you all that did support and donate to the charity this year. Again, the fourth or fifth year running in a row, and not my first time doing a charity holiday broadcast. This one was a little spooky, of course, being Alan Wake 2, following Control and Alan Wake 1, but the beginning of that episode did get a little corrupted. That's why you're seeing haircut post-editor me versus what you're about to see right now.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
This man butt's gonna get me demonetized on YouTube on the first episode of Alan Wake 2. Don't do it.
Please. Can you hear me?
Whoa. What's wrong?
Come on, Ed. We should go.
Already gone.
Just don't turn around. Oh, we got some bait and tackle situation going on. Oh, you don't know you haven't played this one yet. Well, neither have I. No! We're just holding W. There's a deer. That's an Alan Wake. So are we Barry right now? What's going on? Is it some Barry butt action? Or we just some dude? We are just man, it says. Can sprint by toggling left shift. Whoa! Yeah, I imagine the voice tech on like the darkness enemies is gonna be way better in this one compared to the original. A lot more creepy. Yeah, okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting blasted. But I guess I'm fine? This is weird. Okay. Symbolism. What does it mean? Oh, that's a fence. Well, that's not good. Oh, all right then. Same game, right? Still Alan Wake 2. Tammy and Ed. And an older man's heart. Man butt isn't the only thing getting you demonetized in this. Good grief. It's a pretty visceral opening. This is all about a man that writes on a typewriter that makes things come to life. Alan, what are you writing? Yeah? Uh-huh. Answered my question, I guess.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
Ah.
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
True.
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here.
Don't do
Mom,
that.
It's so good.
Nope.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with
Propaganda.
me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
It's the guy.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
The voice, though. You will notice there are new emotes in chat.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
How many years later is this?
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map. Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Yes, this has got to have been a few years. Nature
take a look at
reclaiming
that
and
map.
whatnot. Yes, yes, Saga. We'll look at the map. Oh, now we just have the map. How Witch's hut is just on the map. Interesting. Doesn't actually look totally the same as it does in Alan Wake 1, which is probably also the point. Because did Alan Wake 1 even happen here? It's because we found out that the cabin in Cauldron Lake doesn't even exist. The whole thing was an AWE after all.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here.
Hello?
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton.
Good grief, the two of them.
Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Inside? Yeah, That's all you got for me? That's it? Okay.
Are they gone? These fucking out-of-towners.
Whoa!
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review
Damn,
the facts
Thornton.
of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Access the case board inside the Mind Place. They couldn't call it the Mind Palace, I guess because of Sherlock, I guess. The Mind Place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique.
Ah, see?
To
Okay.
sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Deer head from the opening.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Yes. The previous murders. How many are we talking about here? Okay. Series of murders occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding connections will help our search for the killer. Oh, case board and map. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Ted Lane dentist stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Okay, well, we have something similar between the two of them. Probably all of them, I imagine. 2018, some organs missing. Predation. So that the body does not match. 8 years spent in a lake. Because the lake's not real. Maybe not. Found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on body is illegible. Oh, is this the guy that we were walking as? Percy Wolf, maybe? Slight difference in murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising wrist and legs. Deep gash in the chest. Heart missing. All bodies experience bloating. So that's usually taking on water. Talk to someone. Post-mortem tattooing. Murder targets have no discernible common traits. The targets do not. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. But the whole like missing organs, missing heart stuff is the similar one. Okay. I wonder how much of this is like open-ended or how much of this actually is just things you just check off the list as you go through. No cases right now. Go to the crime scene, meet Deputy Thor in the general store. I think they were both in the original game. Those, but there was the totally different... There's the sheriff, too. Her mind palace imagines a dry bar and food. Okay, Saga. What do? Do you sit in your mind palace and watch TV? I'm assuming that's Logan. And that's just freaking Sam Lake.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
But that's not Sam Lake's voice. It's just his face. Which is interesting. So he's in the game, but then he's being voiced by a different person?
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Also,
Are you
is
thinking of retiring?
Thomas Zane's voice.
You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
If I remember my voices correctly. The
Stairs
animations
out.
are so good.
You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
I'm just like taking it all in. I had to turn some of the settings down so it streams nice and records nice. But A, game still looks insane, and B, the just the animation work is crazy compared to the first game. I think it's the same engine they use, because Control even plays differently too. But Control's also an action game. This is survival horror. Mighty Mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. On the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in its inverted glory. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's where the darkness lives. Or something. That's why I'm wondering, questions going into this game after playing all of Alan Wake 1 and then Control, is if this whole place around Cauldron Lake was an AWE, brought upon by the typewriter, which is an object of power, and then Alan Wake was creating altered items in every single manuscript page alongside the thermos and probably some other things. How long do the effects of an AWE last for? How long does it impact an area? How many years has it been since the first game where Alan is apparently in some upside down room inside the lake, or if it's just metaphorical? These are all questions that probably don't necessarily get answered, but maybe, I don't know. Because see, this type of growth, if this has been, what, maybe a year or two?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Also considering Alan's hair, that's a couple years of hair growth compared to the first game. The mortar falls, yeah. Is that a painted stone? Can't do anything with it. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters of the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Yeah. Whatever that means.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
It's such a weird... God, it's throwing me off so much. That's such an interesting
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
design choice.
The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Unless Sam Lake actually has that voice. And it's just hidden under his actual voice. But it'd be also weird to, like, have a different voice coming out of your own face. It's very unique. It also feels very Remedy. Well, it's definitely not his speaking voice, but, I mean, voice actors have a lot of different voice ranges. Just look at Ella Purnell, for example. But I don't think Sam Lake is a voice actor. But I don't know. Just weird to see a different voice coming out of his face. Wonder how much of this is on rails to begin with, and then how much of
I'll
it
be
just
back in a
goes
second.
pretty open. I'd imagine a lot of it might get closed off. No idea. Because this is full survival horror.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
You alright? So people aren't living here.
Huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Look, those are real?
Yeah, this is maybe even more damage than what I was thinking, or more reclaiming. This could be easily 5 years. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes rather. Footprints around the area were found. Some were compromised by the fielder. This is, I guess, the deputy's notes. Note to self, train the fielder. Nothing to report. Some animals regular. Hunters out after dark. Poachers. Heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on the people. These could get more than they bargained for out here. They can get more than they bargained for out here. Are they? Oh, well, So they've been out here for 3 days, I guess? The environmental sound mixing is crazy. If you're listening on with headphones right now, it is. Collected poker chips? And I'm assuming it's the... Well, there's 3 chairs. Are these from the 2 locals? Oh, morning crunch! I can't read. What does it say? Well, if you're gonna set the scene, are people just shacking up here? Oh, Deer Fest, yep. It's got a lot of the same button combinations that Control did. Most first and third person games usually have E as your use. But for some reason, Remedy started with Control that E is an action and F is the use button. Which I don't think I've ever experienced in any other game I've ever played. Sam Lake is Giga Finish.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Well,
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
bloated, heart missing. Well, not really missing. Is right there.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You locked your first key image. You can place it in the case board inside the mind place. I have to place them? Allow Saga to see any clues. The key image can be selected and placed on the case board. Where's my other stuff?
Another
Oh, she
body
starts a
turns
new
up
board.
just as we arrive in town.
Okay, I see.
Coincidence?
Placing a key image on the board begins a new line of investigation. The body's been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to the killers that we're here to investigate. So it fills it in, but you have to find the pieces to fill in the blanks. Okay. When a key image is placed, it will prompt a new question. Objectives are viewed in the case board and your goals. Yeah. And that's just like, this is the game function, that there are 3 things to find that are connected to. Okay. So it's not totally just like, good luck. I'm assuming it means there's 3 more pieces of the puzzle for this specifically. You can collect clues from the body to progress the investigation.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open.
Yeah, even shows 3
Heart
down here.
removed. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Yeah, this is new compared to the one we saw. So this is the 4th victim then? Okay. So these aren't directly connected, so you don't connect them. So just this one, even though it says there's 2 more. Okay. So these will be pieces we find, like other hearts or other straps, I guess. I can't place anything else now. But I also can't leave the screen this time. So I'm not clicking something correctly. I can't put it anywhere. The victim became a Heartless, wasn't a Heartless to begin with. Kingdom Hearts crossover? I'm confused. I don't know. I can't leave the menu. So I need to do something. I can't hit the cases button. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I can't place the clues. And I can't put them away. Oh, you put it on. Weird. Okay. You don't just put them in a row. Okay. I thought you should have put them away.
Chest, strapped by the wrists.
Okay. So it was
Definitely
that.
matches the previous murders.
Gotcha.
But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with.
Hmm.
This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Oh, okay. And when you get branching clues. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Yes? Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, because it tells you you're allowed to leave when you're good. This one has 2, this one has 2. Alright.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues.
This has got some like
Large amount of blood on the table.
Batman energy.
The victim died here.
After getting shot and stabbed a bajillion
Multiple
times.
people were here. Multiple killers? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
You know that name?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Isn't there a file on Nightingale back at the FBC? Was he the retired? Damn it, there's so many names now. I gotta bring up like the dossier.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Let me Sherlock this real quick. I feel like I need to bring up the control database because I feel like I've read this name before, considering the last week plus we were playing Control. Multiple sets of footprints. For later and for later.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Mm-hmm. Because 13 years ago, it was last seen in Bright Falls. But then at the same time, this murder just happened within days.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
No. Am I teleporting? This is Saga's mind place, which I immediately called out as a Sherlock-style mind palace reference. And then she even said it's her technique version of a mind palace. Granted, it's just a game mechanic to be able to do this. But this is a thing you can see in like the Sherlock shows and whatnot. He has the same kind of thing going on.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
What?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
You can use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the head of suspects and victims. Is she like a super human? What is she? What is this from? Just a good detective and visualizing how the brain functions work with thinking about and through things. But also, I question everything in this universe now, because after playing Control, you're just like, what's real, what's fake, what's propaganda, what's alien technology, what's connected to the paranatural, paracausal, paraverse, whatever the hell. Like, now I'm just like, what does it all mean? If you can ever even get an answer to that question. Could be supernatural. Yeah, see? I don't know. Profiling. Using your intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Well, here's Nightingale. Okay.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Oh.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
See, how does she... Okay, sure. Doing a bit of that Control superimposed shadow. So a little bit of that. I gotta hold on. I need to look up the... I need to look up Nightingale. Because this was the... Yeah, Robert Nightingale was the FBI agent from the first game. The one that kept calling Alan all those asshole names. Who was always talking shit. So it's that guy, first off, to double check. But it's been 13 years since he went missing. Because Nightingale went rogue in Bright Falls after being fired from the FBI from unknown reasons. So that's where he's from. So he wasn't... There's no... I'm not reading anymore because I don't know. It connects other dots. I don't want to like spoil myself, but I needed to see his little profile page. So he was that guy. He was the guy that was being a real piece of work to Alan in the first game. But if it was 13 years ago... Has it been... It hasn't been 13 years.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Well, clearly he was no longer just the regular dude. Yeah, Alan Wake happened in 2010. At least the stuff in Bright Falls happened in 2010. I feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now after 13 years? Where's he been? Well, that's because Cauldron Lake isn't real. It's a portal to their dimension or something.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
All right, Thornton. See you, bud. Nightingale
This
definitely
one of
could have
your
been crushed by
hunches,
the dark.
Anderson?
Yeah.
Did
The
something happen
darkness.
at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
I didn't know trees got that big.
There's no
creeps.
You need to get out more.
There's no mystery in
It is
Cauldron
kinda
Lake.
creepy, though.
No mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape. And yet there are many mystery stories about the lake and being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. Legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, and her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes. So then that make... Is this woman the epicenter of the AWE? Uh-huh. We did walk out of this tree. Or at least walk through. Oh, son of a...
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
We have our first manuscript
There's a piece
page.
of paper on the ground.
There is. Are we... Uh-huh. It's all wobbly. I'm pretty sure the page is talking about the fact that I found the page. The victim was one of their own. FBI blah, 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 blah. Robert Nightingale. Gone missing here 13 years ago. He had suddenly turned up only to be murdered. Brutal ritual the very day of their arrival. And then there was a page. This page. The first page they had found. The first step down into terrifying depths. I can't read the gooey stuff. Not the last page. But like, missing the message. Wait, reading the words, these words. Oh, like a message was a message. Sure. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An imitation. How could them not all... It's altered item gooiness. It's wibbling out, so it's hard to read. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. I mean, yeah. Okay. Whoa, okay.
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst mom. Okay. Can I... There we go. A dead end, literally. Even though when we were walking out, when we were controlling Nightingale, it started in the water and then walked past the tree. I don't think we walked through it.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool system of piecing it all together without just reading manuscript pages like the first game. Just a lot more going on. You hear the sound pressure? I don't know if that was just me, but when I first walked in there, there was that low hertz rumble.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
With the thunder in the distance. That's what I'm saying, though.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
The sound design is crazy good. I don't know what the point of that light is. I think it's solar powered. No, it actually gets any electricity. Yeah, that low rumble.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. The forest can be a dangerous place.
Charm slots let you equip charms to enhance Saga's abilities. Only charms can be equipped in the charm slot. Right? Oh man, we've got our Resident Evil inventory. Hell yeah. Examine the blocked path. I already did that, I thought. I can't walk any closer. How do I examine the blocked path? Okay. I'm here. I'm examining. I can't... Nothing to interact with. This does look like some, like, weird statue thing that's been grown over. Okay. That's not what they mean then, I guess. What is the blocked path?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Well, Casey wasn't moving, so I'm not... Okay. All right. Yeah, sure, I know there's like historical significance in places like this with these kind of areas, but this kind of stuff does exist like in real time right now. Like, why wouldn't you just like crush it and move on? Here lived the Witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Something tells me that's not lying. Another antler. It looks like fresh rope. Yep, creaky window. Trying to see if any of these pictures were in control on any of the walls. Like I should like bust through too. She could just open the door. Saga was like, nah. Shoulder smash. Yeah, I don't know what path it wants me to look at, because I can't interact with anything. Clearly, there's some darkness goo going on due to the fact that there are still footprints coming out of the tree in the ground, because that wouldn't make any sense. They would have been washed away in the rain, and they're literally in the mud.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
No. But like that. Looks like tar. I don't know what the game wants me to investigate, because I don't have anything to investigate. Investigate the crime scene, examine the blocked path. I have examined the blocked path. I mean, yeah, this is clearly like, it's darkness goo. Because it also ends. It's only a few footprints, and then it just is done. Just gone. Alright, game. I'm trying to interact with you, but I don't know what you want me to do. I can't click anything. I'm holding W. There's nothing to do. I can't do anything. Can't pick up the page. I'm gonna look at it. Nothing to interact with. Can't click it. Can't touch it. Can't do nothing. Flashlight it, maybe? I don't know. Yep, can't, don't know what to do. But Casey's still standing here. So it's gotta still be somewhere around here, I guess. Was it added? No. I don't have any. Read a manuscript. Profile someone. Who can I profile? It's the same, it's just Nightingale right now. No profiling need to be done. Got no one else to profile. Okay. Did I break it? Do I need to like restart? I don't know how this game saves.
Casey, what's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
A triangle, a triangle. I get it, haha. Very funny. I'm supposed to be able to? What, pick up the page? Oh. I definitely read it, but I couldn't pick it up. Okay, well, I don't know how this game saves. It saved 30 minutes ago? Because I can't save the game. Like, you don't pick it up? Interesting. Well, okay.
Figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
So, I've learned, if the game is talking to you, don't do anything else. Because I think what happened is I went over there to read the witch's sign, and that may have broken something. So we'll see now if we're all sorted. Yeah. It broke before that, you think? Oh, fair enough. With the profiling, maybe?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, now I can actually click on the page.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Which I feel like I clicked on before, because then I tried to zoom in and read it. It's hard to read. Oh, now she gets the cutscene. There we go. That didn't happen before.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Hello, Alan.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
So you can profile with manuscript pages. The page.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
The darkness. Okay. And you can replay the whole narration. Interesting. All right. So manuscript pages are actually like... I was trying to read it on the ground earlier. I was so confused why I couldn't interact with it. But yeah, the cutscene just did not play. So, sorry about that. I may have broken it by trying to read something earlier. So, that's what I'm wondering. This game is... both has open sections, I imagine, but also is way more probably directed.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Need to examine his body again?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who.
Hey, you
Don't
made it
let
back.
it drag you in.
Good.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I
Also,
hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Dr. Casey's voice from Control was Thomas Zane. This Sam Lake wearing face Casey FBI agent is Trench. It's the same voice actor that did Trench's voice, not Zane's. Unless there's so many characters with all these games. That's what it's actually. I misspoke earlier.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Okay, thank you. Shortcut key. Dark Souls?
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
So part of Bright Falls is still being inhabited, but not this stuff. Wow. Release Survival Horror, I have to like double enter on things? Okay.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside.
What?
Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Now the question is the sheriff the same woman from game 1? Because she saw some shit. Oh, hello. Stuff.
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
Cold
An Alex
case.
Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
She's still here?
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Manuscript fragments? Oh no. Have a heroic day. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons. What? What? Okay. More bullets. Land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration, or hold the fire button. Activate auto fire mode. Significantly increases the rate of fire. Okay. Interesting. Something tells me we'll be back here. Manuscript fragments.
Can't
currency.
fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
Tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Gosh, the socks I'm not wearing right now in real life are wet. This whole sequence, you have any idea how wet you would be? It's not just because it's drizzling. It's because the humidity in this area because of all the trees. Oh my God. I need to... Just ridiculous. Oh, am I driving? Oh, okay.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
That audio loaded a little awkwardly. Yeah, people still living here in Bright
Need
Falls.
to swing by the
specifically.
lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
So it's the 81st Deer Fest.
The
Are
diner's
those,
just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
are those
I smell
thermoses?
coffee.
I smell coffee. Yeah, still a fair few people here. Damn.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale.
I'm gonna go check something out.
Just
Be right
tuning
back.
in,
Got it.
You're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure
Pat
we're
Maine,
all
not the
asking
same guy from the
question
first.
I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update.
Mm-hmm.
She never responded. But I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery.
What?
Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain.
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right.
Excellent.
Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Deerfest is
No.
coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan.
Uh-huh.
Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans.
No.
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
National Nightmare? Is that gonna be this game's band? This is another real fake band or a fake real band? We looked up before. Old Gods of Asgard is actually a real band renamed for the purposes of Alan Wake 1 and Control. but it is a real band.
I need bolt cutters.
Right to bolt cutters? Key to the shortcut gate in Cauldron Lake. Yeah, Poets of the... yeah, they're a real band that is renamed for the purposes of the game itself. Yeah, I'm imagining that most things are going to be locked. But you never know what you might find.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. I can't talk to you, apparently. You have no dialogue prompts. Oh, okay.
So sleepy.
This is the hotel.
Just a few more days.
Hey, bud. Can't talk to you either. Got no prompts. I'm just gonna walk back here and just, you know, look around.
Just a few more days.
Ugh. Ancient computer. Yeah?
I can't get through this.
Okay. This place cleans up nicely.
Hello.
Hi. You all right, bud? He's living his best life.
How are you doing?
Hello. How private we talking? Nope, not that private. Just walk the hell in.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
All right. That's not going to mean something later. Bark, bark, bark. Wait, what the hell? Bruh. Why does her dream place look just like this private room in the lodge in Bright Falls? Saga! What the hell? Alright. Yes, why is that? This is obviously the sheriff's board. I guess she's commandeered this room. I noticed that right off the bat.
It won't open.
It's like, wait a minute. Okay. Yo, he is loving it. Ooh, extra part of the map of Bright Falls specifically. All right. If we go back down to the wellness center and stuff eventually, and that isn't totally destroyed because it was absolutely wrecked at the end of Alan Wake 1, that's going to be real weird.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care.
Are they supposed to be thermoses?
How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh,
How many people do they think are coming into Bright Falls for Deer Fest? That they've got mascots
Jesus,
to
Charlie.
sell their coffee. I'm assuming there won't be any... Damn, everything's locked up.
Isn't it, Charlene?
It was high tide? My God.
You don't think the amount of hot caffeine
That's definitely a wet dock.
has anything to do with it?
You guys gonna come to life and fight me later? Am I gonna have to shoot you with a shotgun like I had to previously?
Sure might. You, I mean our float, will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days. It's a nice looking float to share.
So we're a few days out. All right.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls.
Hello, Tim.
It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
I know who you are. You're Iceman. With a beard. That's Iceman with a beard. Also, isn't same actor from that movie that is also connected to all this too, but only tangentially?
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
So this is not the same person?
I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Breaker.
Yeah, Quantum
and
Break.
Let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's the same. He's in Quantum Break as well.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
I know, I was eavesdropping on the story developing.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Kind of feels weird standing back in the diner again, even though it's mostly totally fine.
Hi.
Oh, give me that freaking muffin. No DLC muffin, though. Just the muffin itself. Hello?
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake,
and
he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
She hit me with the...
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree.
Right.
Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Yeah, huh? You can profile them now.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime.
Of course you are.
We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Yeah, that's fine. Hiding evidence is illegal, especially talking to an FBI agent.
This is exactly why I hate small towns.
Keep it down, Ed. You
I haven't
how
moved.
touchy these rural types can be.
I'm just standing right here.
I should make sure I've gotten everything out of profiling.
Yes. Well, I see they still haven't fixed that. What the hell? Yeah, that's terrifying. That's some Alice in Wonderland shit right there.
Corpses are part of the job.
I like how they haven't fixed the light down here. Who's to say there's not going to be a creepy old lady that pops out when I walk down there, hmm?
Hi.
What the fuck? Jukebox out of order. The poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over and over.
I'm missing something.
I'm a biggest fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on. Yep. Yes. Let's do it. The Bookers.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book.
Hmm.
Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
As a cool, like, face meld together eyeball. I don't know. It's weird.
Of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag.
A Horcrux?
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Radio? Oh, that's where you can re-listen to stuff. Oh, this is not a radio, this is a boombox. Oh. Oh, this is where, okay, cases come from. I don't have anything to connect it to yet, though. Or do I? Yeah.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Yep.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Is it? Interview witnesses at the diner. Cult of the Tree.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Background cases accumulate clues about broader ongoing topics. All right. Cult goal. What kind of cult and who's involved?
Think, Saga.
Oh, it'd be up here. What kind of cult? Cult psychology. Hiding their faces. Large amount of supplies. Oh, so the people that were inside the room playing cards probably were the cultists. Okay. The Alex Casey lunchboxes. This is new.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Wait, I thought the Casey from Alan Wake 1 was a woman. And now it's a dude? Same name? Hold on. What? No, why? Why are you moving? Chill. No. Chill. Point of interest cases track objects and information that Saga has acquired to chart collection progress. Who left these? Nope, apparently not. This is the Cauldron Lake area. We're in this together, hero. What do they mean? Who left this? All right. Alex Casey has always been the sheriff. The sheriff insert of Sam's Lakes. And a self insert? Well, no. Well, yeah. But who was the... Oh, God. Who was the sheriff again? No, why am I in caps lock? Alan Wake 1. What was her name? Breaker? Sarah Breaker. Yeah. And Tim Breaker is the guy now. The guy from Quantum Break, potentially. And Sarah Breaker was the daughter of Frank Breaker. Oh, they're cousins. So where's Sarah? Yeah, daughter of the FBI agent. Is Frank Breaker the ex? Yes. Frank Breaker was the former field agent for the FBC, then became sheriff here. He was basically an implant. And then his daughter was the girl we ran around with at the end of Alan Wake 1. So Tim Breaker is her cousin, which we first saw anything about Tim Breaker in... Yeah, right now. We haven't heard anything about him at all. That's him. Okay, they're cousins. Yeah, it's Sean Ashmore, a.k.a. the Iceman. That's the actor's name. All right, let's walk down this totally dark hallway. They still haven't fixed the damn light. Oh, employees only? Yeah, right. Why is it all these stupid... It's so weird. They're innocuous, but deer heads are really, really creepy.
Rest easy, buddy.
But clearly, Saga likes her deers. Son of a... So who's this? This is some character now? In Alan Wake 2 is going to be some... This is some character something. These weird, crazy coffee mugs with the Cheshire Cat grin. Because those I don't think were in the first game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Graphic design is my passion. That's just clip art from Microsoft Word. All right, where's the witch?
I need a tool to get this open.
Okay. That's locked now. Bathroom is good to go. It's so dark in here. I even cranked my gamma a bunch so it would look better on the recording like I normally have to. It is still so damn dark. Caution, wet floor. This would be like the hole in the floor like in Rick and Morty. Uh-oh, did you forget to wash your hands?
It's not opening.
Okay. So that's like the coffee mascot for Coffee World. But that's a coffee, like, pitcher, not a mug. This door is all blocked off now. Interesting. Also, this hallway isn't dark when you are in it, but it is dark when you look in it. Make it make sense? This makes no sense. It's just... See? I mean, you look out, it's totally fine. I noticed it immediately.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Your eyes adjust to the light level. There's no lights in the hall itself. Well, it's on the wall, but you have to go around. You have to go around the bend, yeah. Because this light is dead, but there's light here. Yeah. Okay, necklace me. Oh, cutscene me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case
Different
we have any more
waitress?
questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
Hello?
I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your
Still, it
baby.
says Rose. She looks different, though.
How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do.
I do not.
And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is.
Oh my God, her
You're
face
blocking
so
out
creepy.
your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
I mean, if it's the same Rose, we know that Rose was taken over by the darkness. She got run around by the witch. That is super weird. They definitely still use the same animation and facial capture as Control, but they've got the lips a lot better. But now, like, the eyes, like, Rose's eyes are freaking manic in that cutscene. This freaking coffee mug! Not for sale. That's gonna come to life and fight me with as a giant darkness mascot later. It's gonna be a boss fight. Mark my words. You know you want one? You want one? I do not want one.
Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Put your
Good to
eyebrows
know.
down.
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here.
Huh?
It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces.
All right. Again, I have to question everything you ever hear or see in this game and its connecting devices. Has Rose actually been here? Has she not been here? Did Alan write about her? Was she manifested by the darkness? Did Rose see some weird shit back in the first game when she was being possessed? I don't know. I I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun playing these games back to back to back, but I wonder by the time I finish Alan Wake 2 in the DLC, I'm just gonna be like, I must sleep for 3 days. Because just the absolute assault on the senses and what you think is real and what isn't, and what story matters and what doesn't. And I didn't even fully 100%. I think I'm 100% in control, but again, no achievements on Epic. So I don't know if I did, even though I think so. I definitely didn't do the replay through of Alan Wake 1 to get all the manuscripts, but I don't think I needed to. But what song is she humming? What song is that? Is that important? Is everything important? Okay, next part.